After the usual Disney 4-month hiatus, the Owl House is finally returning, and alongside this news, do the brand new episode titles confirm a secret message that has been slowly unraveling before our very eyes? I believe the answer is yes. Let's talk about it, and of course, spoiler warning. If you're not caught up with the Owl House, go do so, it's an amazing show, and then come back here. Or, if you need to figure out, is this show worth my time? Where's the lore? Don't worry, I was doing an impersonation of myself. Then, I guess, keep watching. The show is still pretty early on its run. We're not exactly at series-twisting, mind-blowing revelations yet. With all that said, let's dive in. Disney has gone above and beyond making sure that the Owl House is cemented as one of the new big story-driven cartoons. Not only have they indulged in something kind of unheard of for serialized cartoons at this point, actually airing episodes on a weekly basis without burning it off doing double-length episodes, but even creating a goofy little post show pointing out all the little Easter eggs, tidbits, and lore that we need to commit to memory. Now, we were doing episode breakdowns for the season, but after a while I did kind of fall off, so those last few episodes I will try to make up before the new episodes begin. It's not like we have any obligation to The Rock Show anymore. Why are people crying? But if you've already watched the first 10 episodes of The Owl House, you're waiting for more. Oh, and the other one that kind of aired early internationally. Oops. Now, it appears that's not actually episode 11, but episode 12. As a list of July premieres for Disney Channel reveals that the Owl House will be returning next month, almost exactly a month from now, on Saturday, July 11th. That's right, Saturdays instead of the prior Friday premieres it had. I'm assuming that's probably due to the fact that it's now summer. In conjunction with Disney just playing around with premiere slots, will Saturday premieres do better than Friday? After all, last year we had Sunday morning premieres of Star. Blah! That time slot, not my cup of tea. Still airing at an 8:50 p.m. time slot, we begin with Sense and Insensitivity, which sounds like it could focus on the natural 5 senses. Knowing this show, I can see witches possessing a 6th sense that Luz has to compensate for, alongside some character building with the insensitivity part. Who's gonna be a jerk? Ida? Amity? Gus? Luz? Whatever the case may be, this show has done a continuous great job of building the world and establishing new lore with each and every episode. There's still a lot we don't understand about witches as a species, so I definitely hope I'm on the right track there. The following week, Saturday, July 18th, we have Adventures in the Elements, which is the episode that already aired internationally. So there's not much to really speculate on, as anyone can watch it, and I was weak and couldn't wait. But if you haven't watched the episode, without going into spoiler territory, if you enjoy the Blight family's dynamic, Amity, Edric, and Amira, and find yourself invested in Luz's quest to master magic, then you'll have a great time with this episode. And if you ask me, it gives a little shipping fuel. But we will talk when the official release is out. That takes us to the 3rd episode of this month, Season 1, Episode 13. On Saturday, July 25th, the first day. I think we all know where this one is going. At the end of the episode Something Ventured, Something Framed, Ida was able to get Luz enrolled at Hexside School of Magic. Luz's education slated for the beginning of the next semester, as Principal Pump thinks it would be beneficial for the students to have a foreign exchange student, and obviously for Luz, she'll be able to develop a much better grip on magic through the what I guess is to be considered the unorthodox way to perform magic, even though how she currently performs spells very well could be the old-fashioned way Ida previously alluded to. I feel as if Hexside could be a strong part of the Owl House. Hogwarts, but you know, not ridden by a monster. I'm very interested at the prospect of Luz at Hexside because I'm wondering how it will affect her relationship with the other characters. For example, Amity. They seem as if they're finally getting along, but once they're actually in a competitive environment, will Amity be able to keep her composure? Or will she slip back into her old ways the second that Luz shows any promise that could threaten Amity's position as a top student? We still don't know if she's pining to get her star back. Personally, I think it'd be more realistic if Amity struggled letting go of her competitive nature and asserting a superiority complex over others. Yeah, she's making progress with Luz, and by extension, Gus and Willow, but she still has that whole childhood friendship gone awry thing to actually resolve with Willow, and the implied pressure from her parents who we still have not yet been introduced to. How will Gus behave having an actual human at the school? How will this affect the entire plotline with him no longer leading the Human Appreciation Society? And above all else, how will this affect Luz and Ida's relationship, as the looming responsibility of joining a coven will always follow Luz until she finally has to decide? And that actually takes me into the bigger picture of this season. It's already been confirmed that season 1 will be 19 episodes. Typically, Disney programming has 20 episodes per season, so 19 makes me believe that the final episode of season 1 will be a double-length episode. Not just a two-parter, but a straightforward 44-minute, hour-long with commercial, special event. And these additional episode titles really support a theory that's been unfolding with the Owl House. Many fans have noticed that the first letter of every episode title has been spelling out a cryptic message. Initially, we just had a witch. But as the episodes continued rolling out, this sentence evolved into a witch lose. And now, with these additional episode titles released into the world and added onto the sentence, it looks like it's spelling out a message that many people have speculated and theorized on. A witch loses a tea. Well, when you look at the remaining number of episode titles we have left, the complete sentence is poised to spell out a witch loses a teacher, which obviously would correlate to Luz and Ida. A witch loses a teacher. Luz becomes a witch. Ida is her teacher. Ida has a bounty on her head. She's a wanted woman, and the events of season 1 has not made it easier for herself. I think by the time the Owl House season 1 wraps up, we're going to walk away from the show with Ida Clawthorne as an imprisoned woman, trapped within the confines of a conformatorium, and finally giving us a look at Emperor Bellos, setting up a good old jailbreak for season 2, in which I imagine we'll see all the characters perform the spells and magic that they mastered so far to not only break out Ida, but to do so without leaving much of a trace. Nah, but this isn't a theory video. More of those are on the way. And I'm also really hoping we'll get some Amphibia news soon. The news we were slated to get got kind of pushed back by a week due to everything going on in the world, but if it's not returning in July, then maybe it'll return in August. Look, Disney, do the right thing. Give us that Owl House Amphibia Power Hour. As always, these are just my thoughts, and I want to hear yours. What do you think? Are you excited for the Owl House to return? I definitely am. What do you think is going to happen? And if a witch does lose a teacher, what's your best guess at what that means? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at Roundtable Vids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me at Thoughts. We're also on Instagram. Help the Roundtable grow by either becoming a member of this channel or supporting us over at Patreon. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please sort of like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Thoughts, signing out.